Good morning, students. So we'll start our chapter 3 from political science, electoral politics. So we have already discussed what is the function of election, and in that we have discussed about the constituencies, voters list, reserved constituencies, nomination of candidates, and we have left our last class on a discussion of educational qualification for candidate. This was the discussion going on. Educational qualifications for candidates. So this was the discussion going on. We were discussing whether educational qualification should be must for the candidates. Is it required? Is it compulsory for the candidates to have the good educational qualifications? So we were discussing on this, and I told you to be ready with the answer. So now you can give the answer, your opinion on this one. So everyone can give their own opinion. What is your opinion on educational qualification for candidates? A candidate should hold the educational qualifications, or it is not required? It is an option. Should it be compulsory or it should be optional? For each and every decision, we should go through the merits and demerits first. Okay, Madhav is saying it should be compulsory. As per him, the educational qualification should be compulsory for candidates. They should have good qualification. Okay, so if we are discussing about our country India, we should always keep in mind which kind of country we are living in and which kind of country we are talking about, right? India is a very diverse country. Okay, if you see the literacy level, it is not very high, right? The literacy level is still not very high, right? Now, if you say the merit about the educational people, yes, they will have the knowledge, right? If they are educated, they will have knowledge. But knowledge about what? Knowledge about what? Knowledge about their own subject, right? Knowledge about in the subject in which they have taken the degree, right? That knowledge they would be having. But is that knowledge going to help them in this in solving the problem of the people? If a person has done BTech, if a person has done BTech, will he able to help the people getting like poor people getting education? education, food, job. These are the main things. So, do you think a person having the knowledge of BTech in that subject, they have been taught to face and solve these difficulties? Do you think in their degree of BTech, they have been taught how to handle the how to solve the problem of the poor people, how they should get education, how they will provide food, how he will make the opportunities for job? Do you think these things have been taught in BTech? No, that has not been taught in that, right? So if they are having knowledge in technical field, right? By getting the educational qualification, they got the educational qualification, but that qualification is in the technical field, right? In their own field, they are having knowledge. But when it comes to solve the problem for the people, will that knowledge can be applied? Will that knowledge help to resolve the problem? So this is the point to think about. Okay. Now, as I told, literacy level is not very high in India. So if we'll keep education must for the candidate, they should have good education, then what will happen? 90% citizen of India, they will be deprived of the opportunity to stand for election. If we are keeping this criteria, educational qualification must for a person, what will happen? 90% of the citizens, they will be ineligible for being a candidate. Now, what is there to be a candidate? Your age should be 25 years old, right? Your age should be 25 years old and you are eligible to be a candidate, to stand in election, right? Also, there are some exceptions that is there, but if you are 25 years old, you can stand as a candidate. You can take party ticket also, that means you can stand through your party also, or you can stand individually, right? But if we keep this criteria that 90% that educational qualification is must for a candidate, what will happen? 90% people will be deprived of this getting this opportunity to stand in the election. Now what will happen? Again you see the educational people will have the power, right? And now they will be the representative and they won't be able to connect with everyone. Now what is there? If you see, there is some of the reserved constituencies also, like SC and ST. There are some seats reserved for them also. So if you see, the representatives are from every part, from majority, from minorities. So from every part, representatives are there, right? Now they take decision on behalf of their people, right? Now, as we already discussed, that if a representative is from scheduled caste, he will understand what is the problem with them, what kind of things they are facing, and he can take a proper decision for them, right? So democracy is a form of government in which everyone can participate and everyone can take decision in the decision making process indirectly, right? But if we keep this criteria, Only educational people will able to run the country or participate. Now the people who are not educated, in that 90%, a huge amount, a huge number of people are coming, right? 90% of people will be deprived of this opportunity. So will it be democracy after that? After giving this criteria, we are keeping 90% people out of the election. Okay. Now, in this scenario, is this democracy? When we have, is this democracy? When we have thrown out the uneducated people who are 90% of our population out of this election process? Madhav is telling that this will encourage the uneducated to also get educated to participate. Well, Madhav, the government is, you think as a country, not individually, right? I already told India is a very diverse country, right? Many different type of people, many different type of languages, many different type of mentality is there, and everyone should be respected, right? We cannot tell a person that you are having this kind of mentality, this kind of thoughts, so will not you are not equal to me. We cannot do that. Every people who are there are equal. In this situation, literacy is not the thing which you can do in one day. It cannot be done in one day. One day you will come and tell that 90% people should. Okay, I am giving one example. Okay, Madhav is saying this is not democracy, as democracy ensure that that all the people should get the equal right. That is what I am talking about. That if it is democracy and we are throwing 90% of the people out, then which kind of democracy is this? Democracy means poor, rich, whether educated, uneducated, every kind of people should involve me. Then it is democracy. So that is what I am talking about. Now you are saying that this will encourage the people to be educated. If you remember, in starting, when democracy was started, when we read the French Revolution, when we read the Russian Revolution, we read about the Russian and French Revolution. That time also democracy was there, right? Which kind of democracy was there? Democracy was there in that women were not allowed to vote. Only the educated people or the people having certain amount of property, they were allowed to vote, right? So democracy was there at that time, but it encouraged the people to be educated, to go towards education. Does it happen that time? And if doesn't happen that time, what is the change it is going to make now? 90% means a large amount, almost all the population, right? How will you change that 90% people? It is very difficult thing to do, right? 90% people are having the same mentality, and 10% people will go and tell that no, you are wrong, you need to change. Will they understand? Will you able to make understand? Being a minority, that you are wrong, you should get education first. Also, government is working on this for many time. For many years, government is working on this one to get people educated. They are again and again bringing different type of schemes. But still it is a challenge for the country to make everyone educated, right? To impart education among everyone, that is still a challenge. So how we can say that we will give this criteria, the next day people will come and will अच्छा हमें वोट नहीं देने मिलेगा, चलो हम पढ़ाई कर लेते हैं. Is that going to happen? No, it is not going to happen. Mother. So we need to think before making any of the choice. Okay. Democracy means everyone should participate. Everyone's participation is important and equal. That is democracy. Okay. Now, in this scenario, if we are keeping education compulsory, in that situation, 90% of the citizens will be deprived, and this will not be democracy then. Some educated people will actually hold the power. And it is not sure no, that those educated people, they will understand the problem of the uneducated people. The next thing is, in the order of Supreme Court, we discussed in previous chapter that in order of Supreme Court, educational qualification should be mentioned. Educational qualification should be mentioned as per the order of Supreme Court. Right? Now in that, what we can do, we can keep the educational qualification of the candidate. It is on the people now, whether they are giving value to education or not. Right? Like there are 3 candidates. One is not educated, okay, but he is very experienced. Okay, he is of the age of 60 and he is having a good knowledge. Okay, he is the candidate. Next is the person who is very educated, but he is very new and he is not having any of the experience. Right? How to handle the things is not having any experience. Now in these two, whom are you going to select? The person having good education without any knowledge, or the person who is not educated but he is having very good knowledge. He is working in this field and he is having good knowledge. He knows about the problems of the people and he is working towards solving those problems. So who now you are going to select as your leader? The second one, who is educated. Okay. So you are going to select the person who is having very good experience, but he is not educated. Right? But good knowledge. So that is what we are talking about here. Here, I already told, like to play cricket. Education will not help. A B.Tech person will play good cricket and an educated person, uneducated person will not able to play cricket. Is that scenario? No, it is not. It is on like who is playing better, who knows the rules properly, who knows the rules of the cricket properly, who knows how to play cricket. It depends on that. It does not depend on the educational qualification. So here also, when we talk about the candidates, here also the same scenario is there. A person should know about the problems of their citizen. They should know how to solve the problem of the citizen. Now, education has been added as per the order of the Supreme Court. more, but how much importance should be given to education, that depends on the citizens, whatever decision they take. Okay. So this is the scenario of the education. Now we have election campaign. Our next topic is election campaign. So there are now many parties standing for the election. Now who is better? Who is having what policy, what belief, what are their future planning for the citizen? How we are going to know that? Now it is time for election. Now many parties are there. So how we ordinary people, common people sitting at home, how will I know that which party is having what future planning for us? On what basis we are going to put vote? How will select who is better? So for this, an opportunity is being given to the candidates, to the parties. Okay, they do election campaign for this. They tell them that we are having this plans, this is our beliefs, everything about them. Okay, that means they can tell about themselves to the people, and on that basis people can select them or elect them. Okay, so election campaign is being done so that the political parties can keep their qualities in front of the citizen, and on that basis they can elect them or they can vote for them. So this campaign is being done for 2 weeks. It is done for 2 weeks from the announcement of the final list of candidates. Announcement of final list of candidates. It starts from that time and till the polling date. So in 2 weeks, for 2 weeks the election campaign is being done. Okay, you are not able to, am I not audible to you? Are you all able to listen me properly? Okay. No, others are able to listen me. Madhav? Okay. So election campaign is done for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, announcement of final list of candidates. From after that it starts until the polling day. For 2 weeks, the campaign is being done so that the political parties, the candidates, they can tell what ideas they are having, what is their future planning for the citizen, what they are going to do. So this thing is being told in the election campaign. So at that time, if you see the rallies are being done, you would have seen in the news channels, newspapers, many of the promises is being done. They focus on the problems of the people, whatever critical issues are there, they keep those critical issues and they promise that we'll solve this, we'll do this for this problem. So like this kind of thing is done in the election campaign. Now there are some of the election, the slogan of the election campaign has been given. In that you have Garibi Hatao. Do you know whose slogan is this? Garibi Hatao. Remove poverty. Anyone can guess which party's slogan is this? Garibi Hatao. So this slogan is of Congress party. Okay, someone answered. Madhvi answered, and that is correct answer. This is the slogan of Congress party. They gave this slogan in the Lok Sabha election of 1971. When Lok Sabha election was held in 1971, they kept this slogan. Okay, and they promised that they will bring some of the policies to remove poverty. Okay, now I am giving second one. Save democracy. Can anyone tell whose slogan is this? Which party's slogan is this? Save democracy. Madhvi has again answered, this is the slogan of Janata Party. This is the slogan of Janata Party. And this was also in the Lok Sabha election, it was kept in 1977. Okay, and under Jai Prakash Narayan. Jai Prakash. So at that time there was emergency. That time there was emergency. So the Janata Party promised they will undo the emergency. Okay, and they will again restore the civil liberties. So the emergency was laid down that time when this election was going on. So their slogan was save democracy, and this was under Jai Prakash Narayan. They promised the people that will undo this emergency and again we will bring the freedom, liberty for the people. Okay. Next is land to the pillar. Land to the pillar. Pillar means anyone knows the meaning of pillar? Anyone knows the meaning of pillar? No one knows what is the meaning of pillar. Okay, Madhav has answered that this was given from the left front. Yes. Okay, this is correct. And it was in West Bengal election. It was in West Bengal election in 1977. So can anyone tell me what is the meaning of pillar? Land to the pillar was a slogan given by left front in the West Bengal election in 1977. West Bengal election means it was an assembly election, state election. Okay. So land to the pillar means land to the agriculture. Land to the like roads and other things. The land was taken from the farmers and peasants, and that is why the left front, they promised that they will provide, they will like keep the land of the farmers for agriculture purpose. Okay, so that was the promise made by the left front. Third, Madhav Agarwal, that is not thriller. I am not talking about thriller, not thriller. Here, no thriller movie is going on. Okay. Next slogan is protect the self-respect of the Telugus. This was the slogan. Can anyone tell me who has given this? Telugu Desam Party. Madhav, I have answered. Telugu Desam Party, and this is correct. And it was used by N.T. Rama in Assembly Election 1983. Okay. So these are some of the slogans used by the political parties. Okay. So like this, what they do, whatever immediate situation, whatever immediate issues are there, they keep those issues. They focus on those issues, and they keep some promises that they will bring this kind of policies so that these issues will be removed. So this kind of thing is done in the campaign. Okay, and it is done for 2 weeks from the announcement of final list of candidates till polling date. Okay, so we'll go ahead in this. We have more of the points in this, but till now, if you have any question, you can ask. Till now, whatever we did, whatever topics we discussed, in that, if you have any question, you can ask. And when you are doing homework, no, please write the homework in your own words. I find that many of the homework is in same board. That means either one is doing that importance of educational qualification in election, and if we keep educational qualification, then what will be the importance of that, how it can develop, that thing you have to write, think and